417, welcome back into the Princeton Orthopedic Associates studios. Yes, football is back, baby. Can't wait for the game tonight with the Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. Nothing like having the best sport in the world back. And then this weekend on Sunday, after you get a good fix of college football, I'll be going to see my Temple Owls on Saturday battle Villanova. Hopefully they give you a better performance than the crap that we saw in Notre Dame at South Bend. But then on Sunday, you just can't wait to be sitting on your couch and watching the television and all that stuff as you eat all the food and drink all the beer as you watch the start of the 2017 NFL season. Let's go out to the phone lines right now and welcome in Brandon Lang from BrandonLang.com, who's kind enough to hop on board with us, and he's going to be very clairvoyant for us and tell us how the season goes. Brandon, appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much, and how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. This is my drug, man. I do drugs, cocktails now and then, a little glass of wine at dinner, but this is put the needle in the arm and shoot it up. NFL's back, baby. NFL's back.
You know, I was thinking when I was driving in today and I was told we're having Brandon Lang on, I go, you must have the best man cave, right? Like your man cave to watch these games must be unbelievable.
Yeah, it's 6 TVs. I used to have 8, and it just gets too much. I kind of, I found myself just focusing on the one game I need on the website, and then if there's other guys on my site that have a big play that I'm going to pull in, I end up focusing on that game as well. But it becomes too much. And so I limited it to 6. And then I got 5 dogs that pile into the man cave, and they're really great. When the games are going good, they're all great. When it starts to go bad, they're out of the room. They're like, okay, bad energy here. So it's the ultimate man cave. It's got everything. It's got the bar. You need a stiff cocktail. It's right there for you. Go get it, sit back down, and pull this baby in.
I know you told us you outkicked your coverage with your wife. I'm assuming she makes you some good food for Sunday as well?
Well, she actually makes it the night before, and then she gets the hell out of Dodge because she doesn't want to be around me on Sunday. So she's nowhere to be found. She's either out with her friends or she's over at her father's house and just leaves me alone. Especially, because, again, I'm BrandonLang.com. I just come with the one best bet a day. So when that game is on, she's out of the house. She's nowhere to be found. And it's great because I'm able to focus and watch it. And if the game wins, it's a pretty good night in the lane. An outfit before I go to bed, but if it loses, it's a cold night in Denmark, buddy.
I hear you. All right, this line tonight, it's a big one. 9 points, Chiefs and Patriots. What are your thoughts on the game tonight?
I think it's a tough game. I think we have 2 games this weekend to preview over both our AFC and NFC Championship game. I think we could see Seattle and Green Bay again in the NFC Championship game, and I could see these 2, Kansas City and New England, in the AFC Championship game. But at the end of the day, Andy Reid, 7-0 straight up and against the spread, his last 7 against the AFC East. Only 15 times in his NFL career as a head coach, Andy Reid has gotten 8 points or more. He's 12-3 against the spread. So certainly the numbers and the situation dictate that KC's the play. But on the other side of the coin, if I were to tell you the New England Patriots, with as many inflated numbers as you're dealing with, remember, you're always laying 2, 2.5, 3 points more with New England because of who they are. Even with the inflated number, even with the big lines, if I were to tell you the Patriots last year were the number 1 point spread team in the NFL, they covered 16 of their 19 games last year. 16-3. If you'd have just taken $1,000 and bet on the Patriots every week and did nothing else, you netted over $12,000. Think about that.
That's unbelievable.
So based on that, how do you go against them at home when they have that kind of run? For me, I think we're going to see a high-scoring game. The Patriots averaged 34.6 points per game at home last year. They're going to get over 30. That means you need 20 from the Chiefs. I think you'll get it. I'm going to go over the posted total of 48.
Who's the team in the AFC that you look at, other than the Patriots, that will give the Patriots a run for their money? Because a lot of people just believe Patriots are going to walk easily back to the Super Bowl this year.
Houston, because of their defense.
Okay. But they have no quarterback, though, right?
That's exactly right. That's the problem is let's just – and here's what I think is going to happen with Houston. I think somewhere along the line they're going to make the jump to Deshaun Watson. I just think they are. Savage went into New Orleans third week of the preseason against that Saints defense that was ranked 31st in the NFL, and he couldn't put any points on the board in the first half. That's embarrassing. And as far as they said they've come, or as far as they feel they've progressed, they digressed in that situation, expecting more. Savage is great. I get it, but no quarterback from Rutgers is going to go be some superstar in the NFL. Bill O'Brien's trying to do his best, but I think he's going to be right back in that situation, and you sink or swim with Deshaun Watson. Think about this. People tend to forget Troy Aikman as a rookie went 1-15 with the Dallas Cowboys and got his butt kicked. But you sacrifice that to get a Hall of Fame quarterback. At some point, you just got to say, what the heck? Problem is they got one heck of a defense. So I want to say them. Pittsburgh maybe, but every year they meet in the playoffs, Patriots just run right over them offensively. I think it's Kansas City. I really do.
Hey, don't be bashing Rutgers too much. You know, we are one of the radio homes for Rutgers, so don't be killing Rutgers too much, Brandon.
No, I'll go back. Let me go back to the Greg Schiano days. They made me a ton of money. Don't get me wrong. And listen, they had a nice, big, fat, juicy home dog cover on Saturday. I'm pissed I didn't use them. So I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Savage cost me a few ducats when he was there. I'm not a little bit of a Savage fan. He buried me a couple times on the road with some pretty horrendous games. But I'm a fan of Rutgers. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Philly, Jersey. Believe me, I'm all about East Coast football.
Talking to Brandon Lang for BrandonLang.com right now. Let's take you up and down the turnpike. The Eagles, the over-under for them this year, 8 wins. What do you feel about the Eagles this year?
I like it. I do. You know, their game against Washington lined up at Washington -1. It's been bet to Philadelphia -1.5. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two have gone over the posted total. Philadelphia has gone over the posted total, 10 of their last 11 on the road. And the Skins have gone over 14 of their last 19. Kirk Cousins, our boy Carson Wentz. I think we're going to see a high-scoring game in the nation's capital. Let's play over.
This is an NFC East that I guess you would lean towards the Giants to pick them to win. Their offensive line does concern me. But you can make an argument for any, one of these 4 teams to win the NFC East. You look at the Giants. You make the argument for me when you look at the Giants on why you think this could be a successful season for Big Blue.
Well, first of all, it starts with their defense. Their defense is back to that Super Bowl-type defense. They're going to be absolutely legit. Their secondary is great. I love the scheme. Play man-to-man. Use your 4 to get after the quarterback. Bring the occasional blitz if you want to. Eli is Eli. If he doesn't turn it over, they're tough to beat. They're playing a Dallas team that Eli is absolutely owned. He won and covered both against Dallas last year, 5-2-1, last 8 in Arlington. He's now covered his last 5 against Dallas as well. And the Giants 8-3 against the spread, their last 11 in the regular season last year. Giants plus the points. Anytime you get Eli plus more than a field goal in a divisional game, Eli is the right side of the game Sunday night.
Let me ask you about the Jets. We know it's going to be a disaster year for the Jets. 4.5 is the win total for the over-under. I'm thinking 4.5 is even way too high. This could be like a 2 or 3 win year for the Jets, right?
Yeah, they're in trouble. They really are in trouble. The posted total on that game on Sunday is 40. I think they can play on Sunday, play next Sunday, and play week 3 on Sunday.
Not 40.
Week 40. I do like under the posted total. I do like under 4.5 wins, and I would prop bet that our boy is going to be the first head coach to be fired before it's all said and done.
Probably a safe bet there. And Todd Bowles, who, of course, did go to Temple, and then learned a lot from Bruce Arians there, and then was Bruce Arians' defensive coordinator with the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, one team that I don't know how to get a pulse on them and a read on them this year. You look at their success last year in the Atlanta Falcons, you would think they'd be able to return to the playoffs, but you always have that Super Bowl hangover, especially when you blow the 28-3 lead in a Super Bowl like they did. Vegas has them at 9.5 for the Falcons. Are you a believer in the Falcons this year?
I'm a believer to a certain degree, but at the end of the day, I just don't think they can make it back there. Seattle's better. Green Bay's better. That division with Carolina, the Saints, and Tampa Bay are all better. They're going to beat up on one another all year long. I think by the time the playoffs get here, that division will have pounded on one another. With that all being said, each week I come on your show, if you're nice enough to have me back, I'll always throw out an incredible stat that I come across, and that's the fact that Super Bowl losing teams from the previous year are 2-15 straight up and against the spread away in season openers since 1985. Can you say Super Bowl hangover? Matty, I still have a good year, but at the end of the day, I believe we're going to see a Seattle-Green Bay NFC championship game, and I believe we're going to get the Super Bowl that we've all wanted for years. Aaron Rodgers with his 70s porn star mustache against Tom Brady.
And if you had to be clairvoyant on that one, I know the Super Bowl is where you made a lot of fame and a lot of money. If you look at this Super Bowl, if that is the matchup, Brady and the Packers, who do you like as your winner?
Patriots probably -4. Probably take Aaron Rodgers plus the 4. I say Tom Brady leads them back and wins by a field goal. But don't hold me to that. 21-3-2 is 21-3-2 for a reason. So let's allow myself to make a change. But 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 weeks out, we'll call for the Patriots and the Packers. Patriots repeat.
I love that one. I like that one as a Patriot fan wearing my Roger Goodell clown shirt right now. Hey, by the way, are you a fantasy guy? Are you a big fantasy football player?
I have some friends that I advise, but I'm so busy with handicapping college and pro football that I don't have time to get into it. But I have friends that I drafted for. I have friends that call me and say, should I start so-and-so this week? They more or less ask me what I think the high-scoring games are going to be. Therefore, to get high-scoring game, you got players that are scoring more so than anything else. But I'm so busy. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of it. I just don't have the time to play it.
Let me ask you this as well before we let Brandon Lang run from BrandonLang.com. Let's say no one's ever placed a bet before. You're talking to that type of crowd. Advice for week one. I know you gave us a lot of great information, but what do you tell to the bettor on week one? Because some people think that week one's a little bit easy, but you never know what team could surprise you in week one.
Whatever your bankroll is, let's say you're going to bet $200 on Sunday. Make sure you bet your one best bet for more than anything. So I would bet my best bet for $120. And I would take $80 and play other golly gaga teasers or parlays if that's what you want to do, because you don't know how many times I talk to people that say, how'd you do on Sunday? Well, I hit my best bet, but I lost my parlay and I lost my teaser and I lost this and I lost money. And I'm like, well, how do you lose money if you hit your one top play? Just make sure you all, because most guys who have an opinion have that one game they love that they're able to hit 10-6. They're able to hit that game more than any other game. So always make sure your best bet is the one you bet the most and have all your other little stuff. So at least if you hit your best bet, you have a winning day. And always I say this, only bet what you can afford to lose, because you can't win with scared money. Be smart, be responsible, and have fun doing it.
That's good advice. Hey, before we let you run, Brandon Lang for BrandonLang.com, what's the biggest thrill that you get ever since you started doing this type of stuff?
Given it, hey, winning the Super Bowl and running into people after I do in Vegas in my travels and airports and having guys say, dude, you have winning streaks, you have losing streaks, you're picking games every day, you're putting yourself out there, but buddy, you are pure money when it comes to the Super Bowl. Thanks for the win. And I'm like, I've been able to say that 21 to 24 times in my career. That's pretty damn good feeling. And then pretty proud of my website. I got some great handicappers up there, and in a business where everybody's asking for something for free, I don't. If you've never been to BrandonLang.com and you go there, you get a one-day free all-access pass. Wait for Saturday or Sunday, get 10 best bets for free. It's an $800 value. Meet my handicappers. Are you a fan of the TV show Ballers?
Yes, I love Ballers with The Rock and Jay Glazer. Love Ballers.
Yeah, so the Rock's partner, the ex, the white guy in the bald head,
yeah,
he's a real-life character, and his name is Joey. But his name on my website's Joey Juice. He's a handicapper.
Love it.
I met him at the Ballers premiere, hanging out with Rock, hanging out with everybody, the models that were coming up to this guy. I was like going, dude, you're living the life. He's showing me pictures of him and Brady, him and Steph Curry. He's got his photo gallery on my website's unbelievable. He says, dude, I can handicap games. Put me on your website. I said, all right, listen. I'll let you pick baseball for the next 7 days. If you go 6-1 or 7-0, I'll put you on my website. The guy goes 6-1. I got to put him up. So Joey Juice is on the website from Ballers. Tommy Brunson, new handicapper. We got some new guys. They're doing great for me. Take advantage of the one-day free all-access pass. Have a free day on me. Meet my handicappers. Thanks for stopping by. Least I can do.
Well, do me a little bit of a favor. Go a little extra for me. Tell your friend from Ballers to send some of those models to your favorite talk show host in Jersey, all right?
Buddy, I'll do my best. Joey Juice, have models. We'll travel. See what I can do.
Brandon, we'll talk to you along the way during the 2017 season. Once again, BrandonLang.com. You're the best. Thank you.
Got it. Thanks, guys.